Turn it up.
Well, here we are, Charlie Micallef, Marine Media for 2013. Jay, we've got our new president, Mr. Mike.
We do, mate. Sound quality is getting better and better.
Now, we've had some fantastic reports over the Christmas break. It has been a little bit hectic, so we haven't been really doing too much out there, but we've got a few reports. Now, starting off with some flatheads. Some flathead have been caught virtually all the way across here, from Point Nepean, all these shallow waters into 2 to 3 metres of water. You get yourself some nice flathead at the moment, and will continue to be the case over the next few months. Also around Mud Island. Now, two forms of catching flathead, as you know, Jay. I'm a stickler on the bait, but you love using soft plastics.
I love the plastics on the flathead, Charlie, whether it's casting them or trolling them like I normally do. Another little area I've been having great success in is on the Great Sands here, just near the Rye Channel. So you're in about 1.5 metres of water, and that zone there, just trolling plastics, covering a bit of ground. It also gives you that time to actually have a look at the weed patches. You might find some new areas out there, and that's where you might have a crack on some calamari as well.
Calamari have been a bit quiet, but they'll start to get a lot better with it because they really hate the noise. They're a little bit like King George whiting. Now, I know you've had a dive recently in the ocean. Mate, tell us about the crayfish.
Yeah, we were out there last Tuesday. There was a little bit of surge around, so it wasn't the best diving conditions we've had, but we still managed to pull 4 crays on the day. I think the smallest we got was just over 1 kilo and up to 3.5 kilo. So. Now,
that will continue to be the case for the next few months, of course. Crayfish. We'll be getting a lot of crayfish, particularly for the show on Channel 31. What's your best tips for crayfish?
Look, it's really a matter of knowing the grounds you're going into. We spend a lot of time checking out new grounds. We'll be driving the boats over the bommies, looking through the water column and just seeing, basically you want to try to find that bommie that's got ledges going into it. Finding a rock structure that just comes out of the water, there's really no point in that. You've got to find that habitat where the crayfish are going to be hiding and creating their homes. And as I said, once again, it's just a matter of coming down, putting time in under that water there and trying to find out where they are, mate.
Now, recently I went to freshwater fishing. Can you believe it? Me doing freshwater fishing. I went to a place called Lake Morwala, and I was with John Didge, and he is the jig man, as we know, and he's really good on plastics. As you know, Jay, he's just a finesse guy, and I got him to do a few tips for us.
Many Australian fishermen do this, and there's different ways of going fishing. It doesn't have to be about the conventional, especially when it comes to soft plastics. So I'm going to show you something a little bit different here. I've got a range of my weedless Jigman hooks. Now, I'm just going to take the glasses off, guys. Let this be a lesson to you, kiddies. Look after your eyes. Okay, now what we do, we've got some stopper beads here. You can see those little rubber stopper beads. We just tuck it through, and we're going to fold that through there, pull that up onto the main line. You can see that, that's happened there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab a 3/16 flip and weight, tuck the line through there, like that, and leave that free running on the line. You can see that, it just runs nice and free on the line. We'll grab our hook. This is a blank Raptor hook. I like these hooks. We make them with weights on the ends of them, but you don't need to. You can use them unweighted, and they are absolutely fantastic. You can even bend them to shape if you want to. I'm just going to give it a bit of a wrap here. Put a nice knot on there. I'm not much of a knot tyer, I can't see. Right, let's wet that up. Pull that through. Grab out my pair of pliers. Just trim that tab off nice and close like that. There we go. We're done. Now, what that does is effectively, it gives you a weight which is adjustable. You can fish it sometimes Carolina or Texas style rigging. Otherwise, you can just put your soft plastic on. I'll grab one of these zippers here. Right, this plastic here you can see is just a tad too small for this, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to center him up just the same as you would with any other jig. Pull it out through the middle. These soft plastics are really, really, really effective when it comes to things like targeting flathead and targeting snapper. They work absolutely fantastic. They're a little bit hard to put on a weedless jig. Right, some people would say that upside down, but in this case it's not for me. I slide that down, sit it on there. I also slide the stopper down to stop it, and basically I can pull that through the snags now and it'll go through without the grass and without the weed on it. It's a good way of changing things up. You go for a larger style jig, a larger style plastic, sorry, on that hook, right, and you'll get even a better fit on it. Great for 6 and 7 inch minnows. Just remember that one, it's a great one for the future.
Yeah, Jay, how good's the Digman?
Mate, he is unbelievable. He knows his stuff, that's for sure.
Fantastic. Now, gummy sharks are pretty good at the moment too. We're getting some good gummy sharks. We've been doing a bit of filming on all the different species of sharks that we get in southern Port Phillip Bay. And a lot of people don't realise that they are probably the small ones are very good to eat. Now, I spoke to Con from Fish House, and as you know, he's on the show on Channel 31 as well, and he's really good when it comes to filleting fish. He's actually called a fiddler, that's what he's called, right? And I got him to show us just how to do some gummy sharks.
Today we're doing Charlie's favourite, gummy shark. Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. Now we're going to show you the proper way to prepare it, to cut it. So what we'll do first is we're going to get rid of the fins, sharp knife. We'll introduce you to our little friend one day, it's called a bobbit. You might want to invest in one, it makes life easy, makes it very sharp, keeps your knife sharp if it's already sharp. So we're going to fin, 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 fin. All the fins off is what we want to do. And then the tail fin. Keep your knife sharp. With gummy you want to keep the knife very sharp. We want to get rid of this flap. We're going to keep this. We eat this. Very good eating. I'm going to show you how to prepare that. So we've got the flaps off, fins are off, flaps, body. And all we do is we start here, and if you can see the centre, that's where you want to sit, right there. Because the bone is a triangle, so we want to sit on the triangle on that angle. Again, at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, we keep our knife all the way. Don't cut this way. When you cut straight, you just use this much of the knife. When you cut at 1 o'clock, you're using the whole blade. Makes it easier. You slice. Be a filleter, not a cutter. So that's our first one. Now again, at 2 o'clock, and we allow the knife just to slowly get it off. And that's what the bone should look like. All the meats on your fish. It has this line along here. It's like a little bit of bone. All we do is we lightly take it off, like so. Get rid of that. That's just a bit of bone. Get rid of the side skirt, which is just there. And then that makes it nice and flat for us to skin. Skin, you get a little tag, press it flat, and just run your knife, just slowly, slowly. Pull the skin, so your back arm should be doing that. Slightly back and slowly forward. Then all we do is check for any bones, which there's a bone there. Clean that up a little bit, give it a wash. And then we want to portion it. You can either portion straight, or as we do, we portion. You can portion a bit thinner, that's for battering. A bit thicker, that's for barbecuing or for the pan. And that's it basically. You just portion to the thickness. Nice and thin for battering, a little bit thicker for the pan or for barbecue, which is very popular. And that's it basically. That's gummy shark done.
Last couple of weeks we've been having a really good run of King George whiting as well. A couple of the areas that are firing up at the moment, top end of Pinnis Channel, around here on the edge of the weed beds, and also off the Sisters. Another thing I love doing at this time of year is my scallop diving. Anywhere around the South Light Channel marker or the red stick out there, you'll find them. Anywhere from 12 metres up to 6 metres in depth. This time of year the scallops are plentiful, really good size, beautiful roe on them. Get out there and have a crack, guys.
And of course we've got the lovely Shay. Now you've been swimming with some flatheads.
That was good fun.
It was good fun. And crystal clear water.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty good.
Yeah, so that's coming up. All these little things will be coming up probably around about June, July on C31. That's it for this edition. We'll see you again soon.
Turn it up.